James, how you feeling, James?
Excited.
Excited lah, really ah? Wow, interesting ah. I heard you been just now you telling us you've been answering a lot of questions by your friends until today ah.
Yeah, even my boss.
What they say? What they say to you? Huh?
They say
Yeah, what they
I
say?
pity you
He was walking around on the ground, then suddenly he said, "You still wear this? Don't want now wear Liverpool jersey." I said, "Bros, no. Always once a United, always a United. It's not a game. It's a real match. Once the whistle blow, the game start. That's it. We can't change history. Accept it, move on, and see what we can do.
That's a good
If
one.
I still,
Okay.
if let's say I keep on thinking, wow, you know, this and that. Yes, I have few moments that I feel that we should have done better. Okay. I have a lot of questions. You know, I think you and Jess know that I'm very supportive of Ole up to today. But that particular match, why you play Fred and Scott McTominay when you have Pogba, you have Sanchos? You should play attack. You know, attack versus attack.
Your strongest team lah, basically.
Yeah. Why? If for me, the central, I put Pogba and Bruno in the middle, in the center. Rashford will be a shadow, like a shadow striker behind Ronaldo. The wing, you can have Sancho and Greenwood. If let's say you feel that Sancho is not performing on the left, in the game itself, you can actually ask them to interchange itself, because Sancho, Rashford, and Greenwood in a way can shadow Ronaldo. But I just don't understand why you need to put Fred and
McTominay.
Yeah, McTominay down there.
He forgot the name. He's so stressed until he forgot the name.
Sorry, James. I don't really agree with that. If by playing Pogba, okay, Pogba, yes, I agree. But if you're talking about playing Bruno in the whole of the two number six, I think that is actually you are asking for bigger trouble, because Bruno does not play in that position. Bruno is a 10. He plays best when he is played behind the main striker. Rashford, Greenwood, Sancho, they are wide players. Okay, they will be played wide. That is how I look at it. If you put Bruno in the hole, I think there will be a lot more. It will be a lot more catastrophic, as what you saw from McFred.
Just want to add, right? Didn't Pogba show why the decision not to choose him was right in the first place? He came in, he didn't contribute, he lost the ball, resulted in Liverpool's goal. He tackled in, got red card. That's his contribution.
Gerrard did that as well. Came in second half, even worse, less than 10 minutes, it was red carded. No, what I'm trying to say is, yes, I do agree with you, Melvin. It may be a very wrong move if, let's say, put Pogba and Bruno together. But the thing is, Bruno and Pogba play together, they are more effective. Then if let's say
it's effective, but you have to play them in the correct position. You have to play them in the correct position. You see, Ole's preferred position preferred formation has always been a 4-2-3-1. Okay, 2, as in the 2, we are talking about the 2 over there. Who is supposed to play in that 2? Okay, you definitely have to play a defensive mid. Okay, which is McTominay or Fred, one of the ball winners. Sad to say is that Man U, I don't think, apart from this 2, you do not have any ball winners. Or the other one, which I'm actually thinking of, is Nemanja Matic. In fact, if my personal choice, I would have played Nemanja Matic and Paul Pogba in that holding position for the 2 midfielders over there, with Bruno that is hovering like a pivot that is right in front of them. And then you have 2 wide players. The wide players, it can be a choice between Rashford, Sancho, or Greenwood. But looking at Sancho's confidence now, I personally wouldn't actually pick him at all. I would probably go for Greenwood and Rashford, and then Ronaldo as a main striker. Okay, then your defense, that one is okay. That one is subjected to debate who is supposed to start in defense. Okay, because that actually no, I mean, okay, you don't need to laugh. The defense was a problem. But the truth is, later I will explain to you that it's actually more of a whole systemic problem that caused the whole entire Man U team to break down. That was what I've been trying to explain to all my Man U fans over the whole week. It's not so much about just the defense.
I'm okay with your explanation, but the thing is, why I want that formation itself. You see, it's always a 4-4-2 in a way. What is the formation? Is 4-2.
4-2-3-1.
4-2-3-1. Okay. Somehow or other, there is matches. We talk about last season because this season is super early. But last season itself, Pogba and Bruno did play together when Fred and Scott is not even playing. But the thing is, what I feel about the game is the big if. What about if Bruno scored the first goal in the 4th minute? Would it change the game? But that is a if. You see, I know that you feel that.
I honestly don't agree. I don't think so, lah.
No.
No. You think it will change?
It will not be a one-sided game in some way. Yeah, maybe it can be 4-2.
Okay, agree. Guys. Yes.
But what I'm trying to say is, it won't be like this way. First half, that's it. End game.
4-0.
You know, yeah. 4-0.
Okay, maybe. Okay, granted. It may have actually been different.
Ole has been criticized of choosing the right player in that position itself. I have been very patient with Ole. Even mid of last season, I've been supporting him, defending him. But to be very honest, till now, I still feel that he's still the right guy.
What is the reason? Is it because of sentiments? Because he's the old boy?
No. He knows the culture of United. A lot of ex-players, a lot of people already said he brings the culture back, a United, culture back. What I'm saying that he somehow or other he need a tutor to guide him along. But if you say change is easy. I can ask for Zidane, I can ask for Conte, I can ask this, ask that. Ole experience comes right now is he's inexperienced in some ways. We have Moyes, we have Van Gaal. Even we minus off Moyes, but we have Van Gaal, a very experienced international, even top club level. We bring in Mourinho, but somehow or other it doesn't work. But under Ole, I feel there is a chance. But because how Ole started as a manager of United, that scares me. You can say that I'm pantang, I'm superstitious, but whenever there is a caretaker coach that eventually turn into a manager, it doesn't work. But if you should appoint Ole and Ole start it well, somehow rather is different. I can take example, say Tim Sherwood. Is it Sherwood? Who lead Spurs to a quite a good position couple of years back. But later part, Spurs just went down. I like Ole, but it's now to me is the superstitious that creep into me saying that because of the way he took the job as a caretaker, is that a jinx for him and eventually he may lose a job. But I can't see anyone who can lead beside him because the culture, the United way he brought back, that is what I want.
But he lacks tactical knowledge because he made a lot of mistakes and he selected the wrong players.
Yeah, his inexperience tactically would actually be found out. Okay, maybe
culture-wise, I think he knows the Manchester United. That one we accept. I think I accept that he knows Manchester United
this part culture. About culture, I think, for me, I personally think that as fans, you have to maybe explore another way, another option. Okay, why do I say that? Okay, I'm sure Liverpool fans will remember Graham Souness. Okay, Graham Souness was a great player for Liverpool. He was the captain. He lifted the UCL, won 3 European Cups or Champions Leagues with Liverpool. Came back as a manager. Everybody also felt that yes, he was the correct man to take over Kenny Dalglish back in 1991. But what happened after that? So you see, the problem with ex-players coming back. Then subsequently, when Liverpool realized, okay, when after Graham Souness, they switched to Roy Evans, also another person from the boot room system, whom supposedly knows the Liverpool way. And from then on, they realized that, sorry, it doesn't work that way anymore.
Wait, are you saying that Arteta
if you
also
want
won't work?
Liverpool to return to the top, you No,
Yeah,
no,
this
I'm
is-
not saying that. Okay, that
Yeah,
one.
this is a
anyway,
precursor. Yeah.
Yeah, I also
This one is
yeah.
bigger picture. This one is
Oh,
bigger picture.
okay, okay.
Ah.
Yeah.
So you
Yes, we
see,
just telling you
because
I
our
feel
story.
it.
Our story.
Yeah, oh, okay.
You
I
can
like feel
take
a bit.
our story. Take our story as a learning session.
Reference.
Learning
Reference.
Reference.
Huh?
it's, I mean, it's up for debate. It's up for
Yeah.
debate. There's no right or wrong because I can understand where James is coming from. Okay, I can understand why James that he wants I've heard it many times from many United fans that they want the United way and all this sort of things. But I think sometimes you have to look at the flip side, the other side of the coin. So for me, is that when Liverpool broke away from this tradition of the boot room system and getting old players back as the manager, when they went in for Gerard Houllier, I think you remember, Gerard Houllier ultimately led the club to, at least, of course, although he didn't win the title, the league title with us, but at least he won quite a couple of trophies for us. And then subsequently, Rafa came in. All right. And after Rafa, then, when they tried Kenny Dalglish in the second era, after Roy Hodgson, okay, we don't talk about Roy Hodgson, that was a disaster. Okay. Then Kenny Dalglish, when he came back on the second era, it was obvious that it didn't work anymore. Because the truth is like same thing for Alex Ferguson. Even if Fergie were to come back now to actually manage Man United, it may or may not work.
Yeah,
because the truth is the game has changed quite a fair bit over the last few years. And Fergie, although he may not be as outdated as Kenny Dalglish back then, but the truth is that there may be some things that it could have actually been totally different. The Man United that he's tackling now is not the Man United that he was actually trying to handle during the 90s or the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Agree.
So maybe this part, I don't know, it's maybe a part for debate, but I think is that sometimes maybe the fans Man U fans have to look beyond this part